Greetings to readers, viewers, and listeners, and welcome to this debut edition of this first episode in the annual Lenten tradition known as Letters for Lent from the Autistic Superblog. This specific series is going to be dedicated to the memory of the late Joseph Defino Sr., who was a great friend and a great supporter, not only of myself, but also others in the area, as well as the Defino family. So, for those who may not be aware of this series, what I plan to do is I plan to go through the readings. I am a Roman Catholic, so what I want to do is I want to try and give the theme of the readings that I'm reading um, from the um, from the link that'll be down below, and that'll and hopefully by reading it you'll understand why I came up with these themes, and I wanted to boil that theme down and kind of present it here. So with this one, this is the beginning. This is the first episode of this yearly series. So this is going to be for Ash Wednesday, which when I read at the readings is all about being authentic. There are a lot of people that are authentic in their faith. I mean, you can look at Pope Francis for all the criticisms he's gotten, Cardinal Dolan, Bishop Ed Scharfenberger, even the priests that are around have gotten criticism too. They've all they've all dealt with all sorts of criticism, both good and bad. But much like the ashes we wear on our heads today, it's all about being authentic. They carry their crosses daily, as do we all. They carry the burdens, they carry the weight of their crosses daily, and I know that's the case for myself too, as an autistic Roman Catholic. But I also see it in other parts too. I see it in CEOs. I see it in managers. I see it everywhere. I mean, and sometimes all people need, all people want to have, are people that are gonna be able to listen to them, to kind of be that nurturing force, to kind of be that guiding and authentic force that'll help them to move on and to bring that hope to others. It's one of the reasons why I felt like the readings for today were all about authenticity. There are a lot of people. I mean, there are a lot of movies that are authentic these days. They're very realistic. They're very lifelike. Like um, things like Father's Day, Unplanned, two uncomfortable movies, but I think two that are really worth a watch. But it also shows how true, how authentic the Catholic faith can be. Um, it kind of shows just what real suffering can be about. And as we're going to get through the letters from Lent this year, I hope to kind of convey that from suffering, from being authentic, can come hope, can come light, can come a light in the darkness, which is in this dark world right now. And sometimes it's not easy to see in the moment when you're dealing with so many different things all at once. When you're dealing with so many different obstacles all at once. I have a friend of mine who, I won't mention the guy's name, but he always likes to say that when it comes to me, whenever he talks to me, he always feels lighter because he's talking to me. He always feels like he can unburden himself to me, and I'm very happy for that. I'm very proud of that. And sometimes I always want to say why I am the authentic person that I am, why I am the listening person that I am, how I can be how I can be authentic in my feelings, in my actions, in my words. Um, Even though it's a tall order sometimes. But I always like to make, but I always hold back because I don't know how people will take it. Because whenever people think of the word Catholic, they always think of, Kirk Cameron. They always think of TBN. When I'm looking at it from EWTN, like Father Mike Schmitz, for example, I've mentioned him before on the Autistic Super blog, and I feel like he's a great priest. The autistic priest, Father Matt Schneider. another priest who was amazing at conveying how authentic, how true, how challenging, but how good the faith can be, and how it can help and how it can help give hope at a time when people might not feel much hope right now. And it was the same thing with my friend Joe Sr. He was definitely a light. He was someone who was authentic. He knew, as a former teacher, he knew um, how important faith can be, how important the fight for faith can be, and he always instilled it not only in his family but also his friends too, myself included. And sometimes it can be really challenging to really hear that whisper that God has when all the world seems to be loud, seems overwhelming at times. But it's always nice to know that when it comes to being authentic, it's always nice to know that there are people that are as authentic as you are, that are doing the same things you are, and they're trying to help others out just like you're trying to help others out. So I mean, for those who are trying to be authentic, I want to congratulate you guys. For the people that are wearing ashes on their forehead right now, great for you. It's amazing, and that's a compliment. So don't. So if you see people with ashes on their heads on this time of day, this time of year, please don't be angry at them because they're being pious. They're showing their faith outright. They're being authentic in their faith, and they're doing so knowing what they're going to what they're going to be dealing with. So it's always nice not only to be authentic but also be kind in the same way. To kind of be supportive of them when they need it, and be supporting of others when it comes to the dark times we deal in our lives. So this is going to be my first video. If you like this video, check me out here on YouTube on the Autistic Super channel. You can check me out on Instagram, X, and all that good stuff. You can check out all my videos on the Autistic Super blog.wordpress.com. Stay safe, stay strong. God bless you all, and as always, shine on.